Hi, everyone, and welcome to Simple Marketing Academy. This is where solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and small business owners come to learn simple, cost effective marketing techniques to help them to gain customers, grow their business, and increase their revenue. My name is Jill Fox, and I'm the owner of Fox Social Media, along with my son, Tanner J. Fox. And today we're going to talk about simple and effective ways to use LinkedIn to market your small business. So this is something I've been doing for 13 years for other companies. I've worked with multiple small businesses in all different industries, as well as some very high-profile individuals to help them to market not only themselves, but any business venture that they were currently involved in on LinkedIn. So this is a super fun platform, and it is by far the most effective social media platform if you are selling to other businesses. So today I want to go over, first of all, the very first step, which is to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Now, what do I mean by that? So if you look at a LinkedIn profile, you want to spend time filling in all the information that LinkedIn asks for or prompts you to fill out. Not everything's going to apply. Don't worry about that part. But it's really important to have things like a nice cover photo, something that represents you and is appropriate for business. You want to have in your about section, you want to talk about what your business skills are, what your experience is, what your education is. But you know what? It's also really important to mention things like your family, your volunteer work, the things that you do outside of work, any hobbies you have. That should be just a small blurb at the bottom of your about section. And if you're wondering why, it's because people work with people, not businesses. And you want to present the whole picture of yourself, your whole self on here. And you want to be, you want people to know that you're approachable, and you'll be so surprised. You won't believe what people connect with you over. It could be anything from you're a skier to you love history to you volunteer for a specific charity. That may draw people to you. It also builds, trust and helps with the get to know you, like you, trust you factor quite a bit. The next thing you want to do is to make sure that you fill in the experience section. So not only do you want to list the name of the company and link to that company if they have a LinkedIn page, but you want to talk about your little blurb first. What does that company do? Second, what is your role there? And third, what are some of your successes that you've had working for that company? The next section that you want to look at is something called featured section. And this section is a good place for you to share posts, to share articles you've written, to share something you were featured in, something that's important to you. You can literally share an image, a link, or a post in there and give a good picture of what you've done, what's important to you. This is a great section, so don't overlook this one. There are a lot of other sections in there that you'll find that are important, and they're things like courses you've taken. And this does not mean every course you took in college. This is more, outside of that area, outside of any degrees you've gotten. You may have gone to a seminar where you got a certificate, or that's something that's a big name people will notice and care about. It's anything like that. There's also a project section, any specific big project or little project you've worked on. Have you written any publications? Do you have any licenses or certificates? Do you speak other languages? Do you have a patent? Any awards you've won? These are all really important sections to fill out on here. The other important sections, I think, are the volunteer section. So in this section, you talk about any charities that you are close to your heart and you've worked with. So you can link to the charity, or you can go look at my profile and see what I've done on there. You'll see one link, but below it, it'll say various charities. And I've kind of listed out all the different things that I've done. So if you want to see my profile, just go to linkedin.com /in/Jill W. Fox. And you'll find a link in the description to go to that page if you want to see it. But those are some of the things you want to do on here. The other things you want to do are list your skills. When you list your skills from the drop-down menu that LinkedIn gives you, they pop up on your profile, and other people have the ability to endorse you for those skills. So any skills you're really proud of that are important to your work or the job you're trying to get or your business, go ahead and list those. And lastly, but super important on here, is to ask for recommendations. I know I've not been good about this, but it is really important. And most people that you've had a good experience with are happy to do this for you. So it's really important to have those recommendations on there for others to see and read and gain some confidence in you in the role that you play in work. The next thing that you need to do is to optimize your company page. So what you want to do here, same thing, make sure you have the cover image that represents your industry or your business or your products or something. The profile picture should always, always, always be your company logo without exception. Now in there, you want to, again, fill out all of the information that's asked for on that company page. Give people an idea of what you do, who you do it for, how they're better off after they've used your product or service, how to connect with you. And also make sure you have a link to your website on there. Those are very important, all of those things to have on there. The next thing to do is to have your CEO or your face of your brand to share all the posts you're putting on your company page. Prior to that, I should have said, make sure you post to your company page. I also have a huge list of post ideas for small businesses, businesses that are services, businesses that are products. So if you would like those lists, they will be in the description or show notes, and you can just grab those. They're just free. So if you want those, let me know. But it's really important to post. And for that face of the brand to continue to share all the company's posts on their personal page. That gets it out to their network. Now, in addition to that, it's important to let your staff know that you have this LinkedIn page. Connect to the CEO. Connect to each other. And most importantly, connect and put themselves down as an employee for the business page. Now, how you do this is when they start listing their job at your company, ABC brand, there will be a drop-down menu, and they have to select your company out of the drop-down menu. That will then connect them to your page, and they will see your company logo right there in their experience section. So that's important, number one. Number two is to ask them if they're comfortable, if a post resonates with them, to please share it with their audience as well. Next on the list is to use LinkedIn People Search. This is a godsend, and it is free. All these things can be done without you having to pay for the premium level of LinkedIn. You just need the regular LinkedIn free plan. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the People Search. You're going to search for second and third connections. You don't want first connections, you're already connected to them. And the idea here is for you to connect to your ideal clients and customers, whether that be, the CEO is doing this, the face of the brand should be the one doing this. So when you go in there, you're going to be asked things like, what area do you want these people to live in? What do you want their title to be? What skills do you want them to have? What level, seniority level, maybe do you want them to have? There's all kinds of parameters that you can put in there so that you access the decision makers who would be likely to hire you or buy your product at these businesses. So one of the things to remember here is that this is a process of expanding your network, your reach. And, LinkedIn is amazing, but you've got to use everything. This doesn't mean you have to take every minute of your day, but you do have to use everything in your toolkit out there to expand your reach and gain clients and customers and grow your business. So connecting to them on LinkedIn, what the purpose it serves is that, remember, this CEO or face of the brand is sharing all the company's posts. So you're getting your business in front of your ideal clients and customers. You want to do this, maybe set it up to do 100 a week or something. But this is so important. I started doing this, and it's been years, but for a business that it does CME training and CME education for physicians. So when we started, I think the CEO had maybe 500 or so connections. He now has over 29,000 legitimate, actual good connections that are his ideal client customer. So it's not fast. You will grow it slowly this way, but it is amazing. And it works, and it really helps you to expand your company's reach. So the next thing that you want to do is to think about using LinkedIn ads. I do this as well. And again, you're going to draw the ad up in a way that it relates, and your ideal clients and customers are going to be interested in seeing it. They're going to want to click on it. They're going to want to read more, see more, find out more information. So you can do ads for things like conferences, events, sales, anything that you can think of that will help your business to grow or make a sale that your ideal client or customer is going to want and is willing to pay for. So you want to make sure that not only are you running the ad and targeting the ad to the exact right people, but you've got to have a good landing page on the other side. One thing you've got to remember is that an appropriate ad targeted appropriately to your ideal audience, the only goal of that ad is to get a click, to get the click through to your website. That ad can't make the sale for you. You've got to make the sale on the other end. So once they click and they end up on your landing page, there's got to be enough information on that landing page in order for them to want more information, want to buy the product, want to get the service. So make sure you've got all that information there. And again, who do you serve? Who's it for? Who's it going to help? How is it going to help? How do they get it? Is there a money back guarantee? All that information should be there on your sales page, not in very hyper huge long form content, but short bulleted answers to those questions. And that should be an appealing looking page. So we've talked about LinkedIn and optimizing is first. Before you ever start doing anything else, you're going to optimize those pages. And that means updating them, filling in all the information, making sure it's correct, friendly, welcoming, approachable. So one of the other things that you can do on LinkedIn is to share videos. So look at this video I'm making. It's going to end up on LinkedIn. And what happens with videos is that you want them to speak to your ideal clients and customers. You want to help them. You want to share information. I'm not selling you anything in this video. I'm helping you to understand the steps you need to take in order to make LinkedIn work for you and marketing your small business. So you kind of want to do the same thing. And I know I've told the story before, but what happened when I started posting these videos to LinkedIn is that people were commenting to me, acquaintances, saying, "Jill, I didn't know that's what you did." Because we do not understand each other's businesses. We don't know what each other does unless we're in the same industry. So it really helped people to see what my knowledge base was, what my business was. The second thing that happened was people started to say, "Wow, you really know what you're doing." And, here we go. The getting to know, the getting to trust factor. That's all helping. And so what happened after that, the next thing was people would reach out and say, "Jill, can you help me?" And that was it was kind of a revelation to me at the time. It was years ago, but it's just so cool how you can present information that helps others and serves your business as well. I think that what comes around goes around, and this is a really great example of that. So these steps are so important. Don't skip them. Don't try and go crazy posting. Don't run out. Don't do any of it until you optimize the profiles. People are going to check you out on LinkedIn. Let's say you say, Jill, I don't really use LinkedIn that much. Here's the thing. People are going to check you out. They are, and they're going to go to LinkedIn. That's where they can learn the most about an individual person on a business level. They are going to check you out. You want this to be done and done right, and this should be the first step that you take. So if you need help with your marketing, I have a completely free guide for you. It is a social media marketing blueprint. And again, I'll leave a link to it in the show notes and description here. So just go grab that for yourself and kind of use that as a little guide for yourself. It also, I wanted to just run through these one more time with you so they stick in your brain. Number one is to optimize the CEO or the face of the brand's profile. This has worked tremendously for me and for people in, medical, accounting, financial services, cloud storage. I can't even, they're not all popping in my head at the moment, but so many different industries, an attorney, so many different industries this has worked wonderfully well for. And you want to next ask your team, ask your staff if they want to be on social media. Now, we can never say, oh, you have to be on social media or you have to share. If you have a LinkedIn page, will you please put yourself down as an employee, connect to the company? And will you please share any posts that resonate with you, that if you're comfortable? Next, we want to make sure we are posting consistently. If you run out of things to talk about or post about, remember you can share articles from businesses in your industry and things that your ideal clients or customers are interested in. You can share others' posts as well. Depending on your field of business, you can share customer or client generated posts as well. Sometimes that's really cool to have. There's all kinds of things you can share. The list is too long. If you want it, click the link in the show notes or description, and you can get my 3 different lists of 50 post ideas for small businesses, for people that are B2B, people that are in service-based, or people that are in product-based industries. So those are free. Just look at the description or the show notes. And the next thing I want to talk about is making sure that the CEO or face of the brand shares all the company's posts. Even if they don't have time to give you a comment is amazing, but if they don't have the time, just share it. Just share it straight through. Use the LinkedIn people search. Oh my gosh, this is a gold mine, I'm telling you. Use that people search. Find your ideal clients and customers and have the CEO or face of the brand try to connect to them. The next thing on the list is to use LinkedIn ads. Again, don't start with the ads until you have your profiles completely optimized and until the place you're driving the traffic to, which is hopefully your website, that's where you really want it to go, is optimized as well. Make sure that you have a product, a service, something, an ad, something, you're building an email list, something legitimate, good, that you want to drive the traffic to, even if it's a lead magnet. Now, I have other videos that tell you about a lead magnet, so you can look for those. But even if it's just a lead magnet to build your email list, that can be worth advertising too. Again, make sure that the landing page, the page when someone clicks on your ad, the page on their website they're taken to, has all the information there. Don't just say, put your name and email address here, whatever. Buy it here. You've got to give them what it is, how it can help them, how they are going to be better after using the product or services, how to contact you. And also things like, is there a money back guarantee? But those are the things that they're going to want to know. And you need those there. Did you say them in the ad? Possibly. Repeat them on the page. Because remember, the ad's job is to get your ideal client or customer to click on the ad and be taken to the website. That's where the ads job ends. The next job is the sales page's job. The sales page's job is to finish the sale, get the click, get the email, whatever the objective is there. So don't forget that. That's really important. I also want to tell you to make sure to go to the show notes or the description, depending if you're on YouTube or you're on my podcast, and make sure you click the link and get that social media blueprint. That's going to help just give you the whys and the what to do and the hows, kind of give you a checklist of what you need to do on social media to market your brand, your company, or whatever it is you're marketing. So you need to do this because, as we mentioned earlier, there's a whole big process. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be costly. As a matter of fact, that's the whole point of Simple Marketing Academy, is to make sure you can do this, cost effectively and simply, and in just maybe 30 minutes a day. But it is important to build your marketing base and not rely on one or two platforms. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope that you will go to the show notes or the description and grab those two really important and helpful resources I have for you. Again, it's the post ideas and the social media blueprint. They're both completely free. And I will see you in the next episode.